In this session, we can see about the insulated gate bipolar transistor, that is IGBT. An IGBT combines the advantages of both BJT and MOSFET. An IGBT has high input impedance like MOSFETs and low on-state conduction loss like BJT. Okay, so however, there is no secondary breakdown problem as with BJTs. Now we will see the basic construction of IGBT. So it is almost the same as MOSFET, but the difference we can see in MOSFET there was N plus substrate here at the bottom, but here in IGBT the N plus substrate is substituted with P plus substrate. Okay, so from this P plus substrate the collector terminal is taken out, whereas in MOSFET from N plus substrate the drain terminal was taken out. Okay, this is the difference between the MOSFET and IGBT. Then the three layers, this P plus, N minus and P. Okay, this PNP forms a PNP transistor. Again this NPN, this forms an a NPN transistor. Okay, so this junction, from this P the collector is taken out. So I will draw and show to you. So I will draw and show you. See here, so this is PNP. Okay, so PNP transistor. So in this P is collector terminal, this is gate terminal, and this is emitter terminal. Okay, here the N substrate is for gate terminal. Then again we can take this NPN transistor. Okay, so NPN, here the N is connected to the from N the collector terminal is taken out, and this is gate and this is emitter. Okay, so it is this N in this transistor it acts as gate, and in this transistor it acts as collector. Okay, so it acts as both collector and gate. Okay, here I have made mistake, that is I have written here as base. Okay, not base but gate. So this is the equivalent circuit of the IGBT. So two PNP and NPN transistors can therefore be connected to give the equivalent circuit of IGBT. So this is NPN transistor and this is PNP transistor. So it has three terminals, emitter, collector and gate. So the operation is also same as MOSFET, but which I explained in the previous video. So now also I will explain shortly. So here this is a gate emitter voltage, whereas in MOSFET it was gate source voltage. Okay, so this is VCC, that is collector emitter voltage. Okay, now let us consider that the collector is made positive with respect to this emitter, and this VGE voltage is 0. Okay, under this condition what will happen, this junction J2 is reverse biased and junction J1 is forward biased. Okay, so due to this reverse biased condition there will be no current flow from collector to emitter. Okay, from collector to emitter there will be no current flow. So now let us give the positive gate signal. Okay, that is the gate is connected to the positive with respect to the emitter. Okay, when we give this VGE voltage, then what will happen? So there will be so it acts as a capacitor, so it forms charges. Here there will be negative charges formed in the P region. Okay, so due to this there will be current flow, that is the collector current starts flowing from collector to emitter. Okay, this is the current direction. Okay, from collector to emitter there is a current IC flows. Okay, if we increase this voltage, this VGE, then the IC, that is the collector current also increases. That's why it is also called as voltage controlled device. Why? Because by increasing this voltage, this output current, that is IC, increases. That's why it's also called as voltage controlled device. Now we can see the characteristics. Okay, first we can see the static characteristics. So here also we have output characteristics and transfer characteristics. So first we can see the output characteristics. So this is the output characteristics which is drawn between collector current and collector emitter voltage. Okay, here the controlling parameter is VGE, whereas in MOSFET it was VGS. Okay, now let us consider this VGE. VGE is equal to 1 volt. Okay, as it is written here, we can consider as 1 volt. Okay, VGE is equal to 1 volt. Then what will happen? So let us increase this VCE voltage. By keeping this VGE voltage constant, we are going to increase this VCE voltage. Okay, what about the current IC? So there is no change in the current IC. Okay, but after it reaches the saturation point, okay, after reaching the saturation point, the current IC will start flow. Okay, the IC current will start flow like this. Okay, after reaching the saturation. Okay, then let us consider the VGE voltage. We are increasing this VGE voltage, consider 2 volt. Okay, and increase this VCE voltage. Okay, then also there is no change in the collector current, but if we keep on increasing after saturation, there will be a collector current. Okay, like this. So then VG is equal to 3 volt. For this is this, so on. So after saturation there will be IC current. Will be IC current like this. Okay, so here also there are 3 regions. So this is cutoff region. Okay, this is cutoff region, that is when VG is equal to 0, there will be a small voltage will be there. So a small current leakage current will be there for increase in voltage. Okay, then this region is called saturation region. Okay, this region is called saturation region. Okay, this is cutoff region, and this is saturation region, and this is active region. Okay, okay, this is active region. So here, as I said already, here the controlling parameter is VGE. Okay, so this is output characteristics. Then transfer characteristics. So in transfer characteristics, which is this characteristics is drawn between IC and VGE, as in the case of MOSFET. But here the voltage is VGE instead of VGS in MOSFET. Okay, so here also there is a voltage, the gate emitter voltage. Okay, till VGE reaches this threshold voltage, the IGBT is in off state. Okay, after reaching this threshold voltage only, there will be a collector current and the IGBT starts conducting. Okay, so for the conduction of the IGBT, the VGE voltage should reach this threshold voltage. Then switching characteristics. Okay, so see here in switching characteristics, we will see the turn on and turn off characteristics. First we can see the turn on characteristics. So what is turn on time? So the time between the instance forward blocking state to forward on state. So this is the turn on time. Okay, this is the total turn on time, which has two periods, that is delay time and rise time. You can see one by one. First one is delay time. So what is delay time? So at this time, what is happening here? So time for collector emitter voltage, okay, fall from VCE to 0.9 VCE. So see here, VCE falls from VCE to 0.9 VCE. Okay, VCE to, so this level, okay, this is the duration. And what VCE is the initial collector emitter voltage. At this condition, what about this IC? So current rises from its leakage current to 0.1 IC. Okay, from this leakage current to it reaches this 0.1 IC. See here, this is 0.1 IC. So this is the duration, that is delay time. Okay, then rise time. So in rise time, VCE further decreases from 0.9 VCE to 0.1 VCE. Okay, so this is the part, the rising time. Okay, what about the current? So current increases from 0.1 IC to 1 IC. Okay, final value 0.1 IC to 1 IC. Okay, so this is the duration. So this is rising time. Then turn off characteristics. Okay, it also has three time periods, that is delay time and initial fall time and final fall time. So T off is equal to TDF plus TF1 plus TF2. Okay, so first delay time. See here, this is the delay time. So at this time, what is happening here? In switch off characteristics, how to switch off this IGBT? By making the gate emitter voltage 0, we can switch off this IGBT. So if you remove the signal from the VGE, then what will happen? It will start, the VGE starts decreasing from VGE to VGE-T. Okay, that is threshold voltage. So from 1 VGE to VGE threshold voltage. This is the delay time. At the same time, what about this IC current? So IC current decreases from 1 IC to 0.9 IC. Okay, so 10% it is reduced. Okay, 0.9 IC. At the same time, this what about this voltage VCE? Okay, at this moment only it starts, it is okay, it is less only. Okay, it is maintained constant. Okay, in the delay time. Then in the fall time, what is happening? So this is the fall time 1. Okay, that is first fall time. In the first fall time, what is happening? So the collector current falls from 90% to 20%. See here, the collector current. Okay, this is the collector current from 90% to 20%, that is 0.2 IC. From 0.9 IC to 0.2 IC, it is reduced. Okay, so then what about the VCES, collector emitter voltage? It starts increasing at this period. From this value, it starts increasing. Okay, it has reached 0.1 VCE. So this period is first fall time. Okay, this period is first fall time. Then what about final fall time? So it is the duration at which the current, collector current reduces from 0.2 IC to 0.1 IC. Okay, this is the duration, that is 20% to 10%, it is getting reduced. Okay, and VCE, what about this VCE? So VCE increases from this 0.1 VCE to, okay, this is 0.1 VCE. From here it reaches to the maximum value, that is VCE value. This is the final fall time. So turn off time is equal to delay time plus first fall time plus final fall time. This is the turn off characteristics. Finally, we can compare both IGBT and MOSFET. So in MOSFET, MOSFET is made of gate, source and drain, whereas in IGBT the terminals are emitter, collector and gate. Then in the MOSFET possesses high input impedance, the IGBT possesses high input impedance. Okay, MOSFET and IGBT both are voltage controlled devices. MOSFETs cannot be designed for higher voltage ratings like IGBT, but it can be designed for higher voltage ratings. Okay, so MOSFET is not for higher voltage, but IGBT is for higher voltage. Then MOSFET is not better in power handling, it is better in power handling. Then MOSFETs don't have PN junctions and IGBT has PN junctions. MOSFET has higher forward voltage and IGBT has a lower forward voltage. Okay, so that's all about the IGBT. Thank you.